Mudcats, pride runs deep and strong. In Huntsville, Texas, we sing our song. With love and hospitality, we open up our doors. In this beautiful town, blessings we explore. Sting 'em hornets, beat 'em Mudcats, Sound Houston State, where dreams are at. Good morning, Huntsville, we find our way, guided by God's love every single day. From parks and recreation, where children laugh and play, to the historical treasures that take our breath away. In the piney woods, we find peace and rest. Huntsville, Texas, truly blessed. With love and hospitality, we open up our doors. In this beautiful town, blessings we explore. Sting 'em hornets, eat 'em Mudcats, Sound Houston State, where dreams are at. Good morning, Huntsville, we find our way, guided by God's love every single day. Yeah. In every sunrise, in every prayer, God's grace surrounds us everywhere. Through the highs and the lows, we stand as one. In Huntsville, Texas, His will be done. Sting 'em hornets, eat 'em Mudcats, Sound Houston State, where dreams are at. Good morning, Huntsville, we find our way, guided by God's love every single day. Down to the barricade.
Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cauthen, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
There he is.
Here I is.
Billy Cauthen. Billy.
Coming to you live from downtown Huntsville.
You ever anybody call you Billy Boy?
Yeah, I get it.
Do you really?
Yeah, every now and
I
then.
like that, man. I never thought of that.
Oh, Billy Boy, Billy the Kid. Yeah,
Which one do you prefer if you had to take one over the other?
neither.
Billy the Kid is a cool one, though, man. That's a
I guess. You ever seen pictures of him?
No.
Not an attractive individual.
really.
No.
Oh man, come on. See, you think I never did know that. I thought, come on, man, this is like
I know you think the name Billy and you just think of like masculinity and handsome and yeah.
like flowing.
See what I'm talking about? You see?
Hold on, I'm pulling this up. This is how we're going to start the show this morning. I probably should make sure our audio's working too, Billy, and it is. Welcome in, Billy the Kid. No, he's a pretty tough looking guy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hold on, let's show this morning. I don't even know how we got onto this, Billy. Here we go. What do you think, Huntsville and audience? Billy the Kid, tough guy or not? I would say that's kind of tough.
Well, I'm sure he was a tough guy. I'm just saying he's not.
It looks like he don't play.
Looks like he don't shower.
Well, that's one of those old grainy photos, you know.
Whatever washcloth would have fixed half of that.
Is that that's the only picture of this guy?
Well, he's not. You know, when you're a robber, you're not really into taking pictures.
There's not. It's all the other people that were associated with him. I'm on
Billy the Kid and Associates Law.
Oh, he's buried at New Mexico. All right. Well, anyways, welcome in.
All right, that's our show, people. Appreciate
All right.
you being here.
Yeah, that's it. We start late and we finish early. So we're out of here.
We're good union workers.
Join us at Cloud 9 for lunch. We'll see you.
We'll see you there.
No, welcome in.
And I'll say noon, and I'll be late to that too.
No, I probably would be though. That's the trouble with it is I probably would be. I don't know what it is, man. I've worked really hard to be on time. Now this morning I've got a really golden excuse. The excuse was the AC came back on last night and it just felt too good to get out of bed.
God, I tell you.
When did y'all get power back? Y'all were without it too, right?
No, we never lost it.
Y'all never lost power?
Never lost it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Man. Well, I lose it every day. Power about once a
month.
month.
And I say that to say this. We normally don't lose power during the actual storm. It's when they start restoring power, they will come shut ours off to do other things, and then they forget to turn us back on.
So you guys are kind of the crutch for the community.
Yeah. The Summer Place community, apparently that's where the switch is thrown, yeah.
I think we have a new T-shirt idea, crutch for the community, and then have your neighborhood name on there.
There you go.
Well, welcome in as we get rolling here on another edition of Good Morning Huntsville. Wrapping up the week. It's been a crazy
it's been a week.
roller coaster of a week here in Huntsville. My goodness, with the tropical storm Beryl coming in, it was tropical storm strength still when it came through Huntsville. The eye wall of that storm actually right over Huntsville. And I was talking to a friend of mine that's still up in North Dakota. Met him when I worked up there. His name's Micah Bendy. Great young man. And in fact, went from the radio business, now works as a 911 dispatcher. Got a lot of respect for those folks that work to serve the community at that capacity. And
so does he still have like his radio voice and people call in? 911, what's your emergency?
Hey, how you doing here? What's your emergency?
We have an old lady down in Walmart, aisle 12.
No, he was.
Bases are loaded and ambulances are on the way.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Oh, they just stopped her.
No, he wasn't a sports broadcast. He was our producer.
Oh.
And he was on the morning show. There was a morning show called the Inside, or not morning, mid-morning show, kind of mid-morning lunch show, 11 to 1. What would you call that? Lunch? I guess lunch.
Midday report.
Midday. He was the midday co-host with us for a show called The Insiders, and he was mainly our producer. He would produce the North Dakota State football games. For a great young man. And he would also produce much of the basketball games for me. And it was really cool because I would let him do, in between breaks, I would let him do score updates and stuff. So it sounded like a very professional NBA quality broadcast, the way that we had that thing rolling. So I'd be like, hey, it's 54-32. Let's go back to Micah Bendy at the Bison Net Studio, whatever we called it. I don't even remember. See, it feels like that was already 20 years ago, but It was like, let's go back to the net center with Micah Bendy. Micah, you have some updates for us. Hey, Rob. And then he's 500 miles away back in North Dakota, and I may be in some other state, and he would be like, here's the rest from the Summit League, and have the music in the background. All right, Rob, back to you. And it was just, I don't know, it was fun. Felt like old school radio sometimes.
Good.
But talked to him, and the reason I brought up Micah was he didn't realize, I guess, that we were in the middle of that. He goes, I'm glad you guys are safe. I said, brother, literally, I showed some photos. It looked like a tornado came through our house after they got that tree out of there. But we hope all of you are safe. Just a wild week here in Huntsville. Started off on Monday. Many folks still without power, not only here in Huntsville, but throughout the region. Thank the Lord, many of us are getting back online. Our juice came back on yesterday evening finally. And so we were very thankful for that. It was weird, though, because, Billy, we're in the back part of the neighborhood. The middle part of the neighborhood, as of late last night, still didn't have power. And the reason I know this is because I drive by and I hear, now we don't have the money. Okay, we don't have the money. Mm-hmm. Therefore, we don't have the Generac.
Gotcha.
That's a prestigious, high quality.
I've heard so many people bad-mouthing Generac after the storm.
Well, I think it's because it kind of means generic.
I guess.
It's funny you say that because a lot of people have. Generac, by the way, is a home. They make all this backup power equipment. You can buy a whole home Generac unit. And someone had told me you can still get those between 10 and 15 grand. And I was like, well, I ain't got that kind of money. Ain't nobody got time for that.
For 10 grand, I can just wait for them to come back on.
Yeah, and here's the deal, though. You can get a transfer switch. Now, you got to do it manually, but you get a 60 amp. I'm no electrician, but you get a 60 amp breaker. You put it in your breaker panel. You wire that to a switch or to a port, electrical port, whatever you want to call it, and you can put that on the outside of your house. And then there's a special cable, 60 amp cable or 50 amp cable, that you run from that switch to another generator, and that will power your whole home if the generator's enough. And a 13,000 watt generator will be pretty sufficient for what you need. It'll power your AC. And I started looking into this, Billy, and for $2,500 I could do all this. So is it really worth the extra $7,500 to have it automatically come on? No, I'll just go out there because here's the deal: when you put that generator on the outside of the house, if it's manual like this, you have to make doggone sure, and they make a safety switch that you put in the breaker panel so you don't mess up, and you got to mount that inside your panel as well. Each panel, you can buy one custom designed for that breaker panel, but it makes sure that you cannot have the main on when that 60 amp breaker is on, if that makes sense. Because if your main is on and then the power is restored, now you've just blown out your system.
Yeah.
So, because basically what it does when you have that 60 amp breaker on, it energizes the whole house when you have that generator plugged into it. Now, here's the other part of it. If you didn't have that little safety mechanism and your main was on and your 60 was on, but the generator was not plugged in, and somebody's going to be a buffoon and go, oh, knucklehead, let's go play with the switch. Well, it's going to night, kitty, kitty. So that's why they make sure it's a little piece of metal. And it's really cool. It keeps the main. It makes sure that you can't have both on at the same time. So I told Bridget, I said, I'm really going to look into this. And one day I'll save up a little bit of money. And I said, let's just do that instead of spending 10 or 15 grand. Is it really worth that extra money to go? And then you got to get gas. We don't have gas at the house. You got to get gas ran to your house if you're going to do it that way. I don't mind filling up the generator with gas once in a while. It's not a big deal. So whenever the power goes out, do y'all have like a generator to run fans and those kind of things?
We do. The main thing we focus on is the deep freezer and refrigerator and stuff. So
I'm going to tell folks this. If I heard stories, a lot of people lost food and stuff, and I hate that for you. Go to Harbor Freight, get a little 1400 watt Predator inverter. They run about $399, I think is what I paid for mine. And that thing is enough to not only power our refrigerator and freezer, it powers 2 or 3 fans. It'll power a TV. It'll power the internet. If you have an old school DSL or copper connection, those usually remain active. And that's what got us through every time we've had power outages, which is now once a month, it feels like. My neighbor was telling me that his Generac has ran for something like 250 or 300 hours in the last year.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts? 300 hours without power. So,
well, Elkins Lake used to be real bad about power outages and power surges. I don't know if that's still the case because, I'm not privy enough to live out there. But
Well, we had that Georgetown leftover. That's the only way we made it. So there's no way that we could, even right now, anywhere, there's no way that we could go buy a new house. Even in this area, I'm not knocking it, but the price of housing
it's crazy.
is skyrocketed. And, it's good if you're selling. And I always hear people say, oh, man, well, this, that's great. Let me say something real quick. And I got to be careful about this because I don't ever want to seem like I'm anti-growth. But I started thinking, why is there so much focus on growth all the time? And I guess it's human nature, Billy. I don't know if you want to tag along in this conversation or not, but because I definitely don't want it to come across the wrong way. I like seeing things grow and move forward. Mm-hmm. Don't mishear what I'm saying. But I think sometimes there's such a heavy focus on growth instead of just taking what you have and making it better. Does that make sense? It's like you want to continue to build things up. And the reason I thought about this, I was thinking a lot about the community where I came from. It seems like all they're focused on is grow, 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 grow. Mm-hmm. And that's what I love about Huntsville is, yes, there's growth happening in our community, but that's not the focus, it doesn't seem like. Every time I go back home, I'm like, well, there's another thing. And that's all the leadership talks about. Oh, we're growing. The town was great 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of new folks that are moving into the area with these new ideas about how they want things ran. And the culture there has gotten completely wiped out and overran with the new culture. And it's no longer, I feel, like the same place I grew up in. And I know that can be taken the wrong way, and I don't want people to take that the wrong way. But so I did a little research last night, Billy. And I said, does a city have to have constant growth to be sustainable, or can it be fine with no growth? And this is some of the research that I found out. A city does not necessarily have to experience constant growth to be sustainable. Sustainability can be achieved through a variety of strategies and depends on multiple factors, including efficient resource management, economic diversification, quality of life, environmental stewardship, infrastructure maintenance, and community engagement. And I won't read all that because it can get pretty boring pretty quick, but in summary, it was basically saying that a stable population with well-managed resources, stability, economic stability, and a high quality of life can be just as sustainable as a growing city. And this said the key is to adapt to changing circumstances and focus on long-term resilience and well-being. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why I got off on that train, but I just started thinking about, do we have to focus and get all excited about all these new things? Because before too long, all this stuff happens, and you're like, what happened to my town?
Well, one of the main things that I see, and it just irritates the ever-loving, what out of me, is especially on some of our social media platforms where people can go and ask questions, and they're normally the dumbest damn questions. It's like, dude, oh my God, look out your window. But anyhow, people are always, in Huntsville, on a Huntsville type, where's a good place in the Woodlands to eat?
There's plenty right here.
There's plenty right here. Do I have to go all the way to Conroe to get my phone fixed? No, there's 4 places right here. Let's focus on Huntsville.
Yeah, take care of the community that's here. And there are some things that I've got to go
But
outside
here's
of
the
town.
deal. Those are the same people that when a store shuts down that they never went to, they get all bent out of shape. We can't have nothing nice. Well, yeah, because your dumbass never went to it. Go spend your money down there in the Woodlands and then be mad because we don't have anything here.
This is the Billy Cauthen Will show right
Woo! You done struck a chord with me, man.
But it's
this is some of what you get if you come to lunch with me.
Yeah, this is some of what that's right.
Do right.
Keep it local.
Keep it local.
And I don't say that in a negative. Like, I want things to grow, but I want things to grow in a steady, well-managed way. And what I'm getting at, our city, in my opinion, has done a phenomenal job with the way that it's handled the growth of this community. Things haven't gotten so much out of hand that Huntsville has lost its identity. And that's what I was trying to get at. I've been in communities and in other places to where they've just opened up the floodgates and said, build, 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 build. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, it's like, who are these people and what happened to my town?
Now, I can get on that because, we normally go out for lunch every day. That's part of the perks of doing what I do. And sometimes we go into a restaurant and we know everybody in that place. And it's so nice. We're shaking hands and talking and all that. And then there's other times, like me and you've been out to lunch before.
Didn't know a soul.
And we looked around, we're like, who are these people?
And we tell them about Hello Huntsville.
Yeah.
Get on the show. Come on.
Come on.
Well, hey, we're rolling today. Welcome in here on another edition of Good Morning Huntsville. Big shout out to Paul Oley. We love you, Paul. Appreciate all that you do. The Gallery, 1201 University, for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. And also a thank you to Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com for all that custom jewelry. One day when I get some money, Elliot, I'm taking this. We were blessed to get a championship ring, Brian Adams and I. And I'm going to get some real jewels put in that bad boy one day. For now, cubic zirconia all the way. Mm-hmm. But Elliot could take this, and he could put the real deal in it. So visit him online. Maybe you're getting married, engaged. Maybe you're renewing vows. Maybe you need to fix that wedding band or that engagement ring.
Maybe you screwed up.
Maybe you messed up. elliotsjewelers.com. He'll take great care of you. And go by and see him set up that appointment. And, of course, here on this Faithful Friday, a big thank you to Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, our friends here in the community taking care of folks. I have something very special this morning that I have lined up, and I have no idea what it's going to sound like. But Billy, buddy, brother, this one's for you.
In Huntsville, Texas, beneath the wide open sky, Billy Cauthen was born, not one to pass you by. Raised with Southern values in a town of dirt roads, he grew up strong and sturdy with a heart that glows. When trouble hit the families and days turned to nights, Billy was there, a beacon with his guiding light. He'd give his last shirt, lend a helping hand, a family man through and through, always taking a stand. Oh, Billy Cauthen, with a heart so true, in Huntsville, Texas, where the skies are blue, loving on people, in a helping hand, a family man through and through, always taking a stand. Oh, Billy Cauthen, with a heart so true, in Huntsville, Texas, where the skies are blue, loving on people, giving back what's owed, sting 'em hornets, that's the life he chose. Down at the old church or on the football field, he'd lift up the fall with compassion he'd wield. The town whispered his name like a prayer of old. Billy Cauthen, their rock, their stories are told. In every kind word, every generous act, Billy's legacy lives, and that's a hard fact. Through the highs and the lows, in the struggle so dire, Billy's love burned bright like a welcoming fire. Oh, Billy Cauthen, with a heart so true, in Huntsville, Texas, where the skies are blue, loving on people, in the helping hand, a family man through and through, always taking a stand. Oh, Billy Cauthen, with a heart so true, in Huntsville, Texas, where the skies are blue, loving on people, giving back what's owed, sting 'em hornets, that's the life he chose.
Yes, sir. That one shed a tear on old Billy.
I don't know to cry or be immensely impressed that my last name was said correctly, or
I was worried about that one.
Yeah,
I typed it in and the AI got it right.
I got it right. Because they're taking over.
Well, Billy, we just wanted you to shed
Hey,
a tear
look,
on the show, buddy.
any time my name is whispered, it's normally followed by, did you hear what he's done?
Well, there you go. That's the ballad of Billy, and we wanted to give you a little special treat this morning, Billy, for all that you do here in Huntsville.
I didn't know that was coming.
He didn't. He had no clue. In fact, I did it while the show was starting up.
I still don't have a clue.
All right, we'll take a quick break. Hey, we're giving away stuff today. What is it?
Can you burn that to a CD for me?
We can, man. Yeah, I can put it on an 8-track if you want, man. So we'll take our first break here this morning, and I want to remind you we'll wrap up this week. Keyword power with those power lines in the background. All you got to do is text in power along with your name. 0 Degree Creations phone and text line 936-339-0139. Again, that is 936-339-0139. Keyword power along with your name. I've got some more treats from Double Dave's. How about some pizza rolls? They gave me a whole stack of them bad boys, and they are good.
Can I touch on one thing about Double Dave's for me?
Only if you go, let's go to Double Dave's.
Double Dave's. I'd done a funeral. It was here Wednesday, and then I took the gentleman to Louisiana on yesterday, Thursday. And Sweet Caroline's brought a spray that had a small Double Dave's pizza box built into it. It looked really neat. But for the life of me, I could not figure out why it was there. And I got to talking to one of the family members when we got to Louisiana. And apparently this man went to Double Dave's every Thursday.
Wow.
And Double Dave's loved on this man so much that they had that special floral piece built for his service.
How about that?
Yeah.
Was it here, this Double Dave's?
Yeah, this one here. Yeah, and I just, man, that's why Huntsville is so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you can establish friendships with people like that, and then it just, I don't know, I guess you had to see what I've seen, and it just, I don't know, it was just amazing that they loved and cared for him so much that they did that.
When you think about Double Dave's, you know, it's a statewide name known in many places, and some people would see that as, well, that's another national chain or what. No, it may be a big name, but it's a locally owned, down-to-earth place.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm also so very cautious. When you see, perfect example is when Texas Roadhouse is coming in. That's a local guy that's running that. He moved here to be in Huntsville. Anthony Antonides. We had him on the show.
I do like the fact that he actually lives here.
I like his last name. It just Anthony Antonides. But think about that. He's here. He wants to be. So yes, when you see a big name come in, that's affecting local people, and it's good to have those. It's good to have a mix. We got a lot of great local places.
Did he say like 270 jobs or something?
Yeah, 270. Can you believe that?
God, I still can't get over that.
That's going to be great. Great for our community.
It's going to be some clean dishes.
That's right. All right. Well, keyword is we're going to give away those Double Dave pizza rolls. All you got to do is text in power. Power. My friend used to say power. Power. He'd always leave off the E as power. Text that in along with your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line 936-339-0139. As always, our Faithful Friday is brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, your hometown experts in celebrating life. They are truly here in Huntsville, taking care of families for a very long time. They're going to be with you when you need them. Again, it's Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. Let's take our first break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. More to come as we continue on this Faithful Friday on Good Morning Huntsville.
Hi, I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp here for Elliott's Jewelers. I wanted to take a brief moment to let you know if you're looking for someone in the jewelry business right here in Huntsville, look no further than my good friend Elliott Herslick. He's helped me out time and time again, whether it was that wedding band that I needed a while back or that special ring for Bridget. He's always been there for me. He goes above and beyond. He's also a person who gives back to the local community. I like to do business with those who give back, and that's exactly what Elliott Herslick of Elliott's Jewelers does. Hey, if you feel like you don't know what to do, maybe you don't know where to turn, what to look for, Elliott is the person. Again, it's Elliott's Jewelers. You can visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com for more information. And when you call him, let him know that you heard from his good friend Rob Hipp. Again, it's Rob here for Elliott's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Here we grow again. Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce our 3rd location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tpms.live for more information. Education you can trust.
All right, then. Billy, you ever say, all right, then?
All right, then. All the time.
Welcome back, man. As we roll on a Friday. Friday. Don't really matter because I work every day.
Yeah. Everybody gets so excited for Fridays.
Ooh.
It's like, oh, be in my shoes.
Yeah, ooh.
Ew.
Billy Cauthen here, Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. And, man, you guys have been doing such great work in the community. The new community room is up and rolling. Furniture's coming in, I heard, man.
Furniture's coming in.
The Italian leather is on
Ooh,
the way.
Italian leather.
What is Italian leather? Is that
I don't know. I guess Italian cows.
Yeah, is it like some special
Instead
cow?
of moo, they wee.
Wee.
Wee wee.
Instead of producing milk, they produce
Lattes.
Yeah, I knew you'd be Johnny on the spot with that. Wait,
that's it, people. I'm out.
What sound do they make again?
Wee.
So as you milk them, wee. Here's your latte, farmer. Italian cows, Italian. No, the community room's going good. I know the chamber just had a meeting over there as well. We're planning on.
Yeah, they used it as an office the other day.
Wow.
They didn't have internet or whatever.
Come over and use the community room.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna partake of that beautiful community room. You and I have been talking about this, and we just got to get a general consensus of everyone together. But I really do want to have a community appreciation lunch or dinner. And I want to ask the audience this morning, would a lunch or a dinner work better for you? And I was telling Billy during the break, I think a dinner would work better. Or, I mean, a dinner. I'm getting confused because in our family it was breakfast, dinner, and supper.
Yeah, me too.
And it messes me up. And so over the years, I've had to retrain myself to say breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because when you'd say dinner, people don't know what you're talking about. When I was growing up, that meant it was 6 o'clock.
Apparently, a dinner is supposed to be a small meal, but a supper is a large
Well,
meal.
dinner to us used to be noon, I meant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, my dad would, let's go get some dinner. I'm like, Dad, it's lunchtime.
Yeah, and it throws everybody off. So would lunch or dinner be better for you? I was talking to Billy, and
Should we say lunch or supper?
No, we should say lunch and dinner because it's going to mess me up, man. Would lunch at noon or dinner at 6, sometime around there, would that be better for you? Because I think that we could get families.
Where does the sun need to be for you to eat?
Yeah, there you go. Should it be up or to the side? Let us know what would be better for you. We want to get a general consensus, but what we truly do here in the next month or two, I do want to host a Hello Huntsville Community Appreciation lunch or dinner, depending on where we go with this, over at the Sam Houston community room. That's where I want to have
Asa
it.
saying dinner.
Asa,
and if she comes to it, I'm going to serve that lady. I'm going to make her plate. Because her and her husband have always done such an awesome job catering our events. I'm just going to take care of her.
Wait, she could. What do they cater?
Well, what do you want? They do the Huntsville football banquets. They did the tennis banquet. They knock it out now.
All right,
they will put a hurting on you.
Well, we've had a few comments.
You don't leave hungry.
You don't leave hungry.
You don't leave hungry.
We had a few comments come in already that have said dinner. See, Jamie Saucier is on the way that I grew up. He said supper's at 6. So I bet dinner is really at lunch in his category, like it was for me growing up. If we do the dinner at 6 or sometime thereafter in the evening.
Why can't we call it a supper then?
Yeah, it just messes you up. I want to do something. I was thinking about getting Kyle Kreiner to do a brisket, and I have no idea how many people a brisket could feed. But I just want to have a good time for folks to get together to recognize our foundation support in front of our friends and family. And I love how you always say "Good morning, family," Billy, when you watch.
I mean it.
I feel like our platform has become a family.
These are my peoples.
See, my sister grew up with me, so she says supper. All right, would and we're done. Would you like the sun up in the air or to the side? I like the way you worded it. Is it easier for you when it's straight up?
Is it straight up or is it to the west?
Yeah, is it straight up or to the west? But yeah, and I still got to figure this out. Do we potluck this thing where people sign up, where they bring stuff, or do we ask our foundation sponsors to bring a dish, or do we just potluck it? Have people
I'll bring that pasta salad.
Do you do that, or is that a Jacqueline creation?
Well, I mean, I supervise.
Supervise with my mouth.
Yeah, I got to be the official taste tester.
Jamie says sun to the west. So
all right, see, that's supper.
So we feel on a general consensus right now that it will be in the evening. Now we just got to figure out the day. It feels like Thursdays are usually a good day. Either a Tuesday or a Thursday. Thursday kind of feels like a good day. You got anything going on Thursdays?
I'm sure I can pencil you in.
We got to figure that out. So, all right. I asked Billy during the break, is there anything that we needed to make sure that we talk about? And Billy, do you remember your response to this was? It was something to do with closing your eyes.
Taking a nap.
The importance of taking a nap.
Yeah. You know, in scouting, you know, the when we go to summer camp, the young men, they normally like work on merit badges and stuff, and the adult leaders, we go to classes, you know, to learn stuff. And me and John Hendricks, we have made up a class. It's called Nap On Safely. And we just practice taking naps to make sure we can do it safely.
Hey, what does entail a safe nap?
Getting woke up, falling out of your hammock. See, Richard and Linda, I kind of agree with them on that, on some of that.
No potluck.
Because you don't always know where these people, you know, they let their cat take a nap in the pot first, or, you know.
Yeah, it's not a lucky pot at that point.
Because, look, all of us church folks, we know when we see Miss Johnson unloading that casserole, nobody's supposed to touch that.
You know when you see her, back in the day, my grandma called the trunk of the car the turtle. I don't know if you ever called it that, but even my mom said they called it turtle.
I've never called it that.
And so
I see that, but I've never called it that.
You'd see little Miss Johnson back there open up her turtle, and she'd be plucking out the cat hair before she brought it into the church, right? Well, here's the ideal nap, by the way, now that we've been on this conversation. The ideal nap typically lasts between 10 to 30 minutes. The ideal nap, 10 to 30 minutes. They say no more than 30 minutes because it puts you into REM sleep and messes you all up. If you want to feel rejuvenated, 10 to 30 minutes. It occurs in the early afternoon. Now, I don't know about you, but the first thought that I have when I wake up is, when do I get to go back to sleep?
Yeah, pretty much.
This duration.
As soon as I wake up, I start like weighing out, do I really need this job? We've already paid the lights for this month. I mean, I could find something else.
Greg's not listening this morning.
If he was, he'd probably already have me by the ear, dragging me out in the street. Come here, boy.
Well, this duration and timing offers many benefits. Improved alertness. A short nap significantly enhances alertness and reduces fatigue without causing grogginess, which often occurs after longer naps. That's what I was just talking about.
Yeah, it does prevent me from going off on people.
Oh, enhanced performance, Billy.
I need all that I can get.
Enhanced performance. Napping can improve cognitive functions such as memory, problem-solving skills, and reaction times.
You're right. I've never had a problem while I was taking a nap.
Yeah, I never have. It's a mood booster. A brief nap can improve your mood and reduce stress, making you feel more relaxed and refreshed.
I'm still playing with mood booster. That sounds like a pill you would take.
When I think of relaxed and refreshed, I think of that 2 a.m. wake-up call after a good evening at Taco Bell.
I don't know about refreshed, more like rushed.
Number 4, and finally, better health. Regular short naps have been proven and associated to improve cardiovascular health and reduced risk of heart disease. Employers require that make it mandatory that your employees have at least a 30-minute nap a day.
So when I get caught with my feet on my desk, lean back in my chair at work, it's for my health.
Well, yeah, your cardiovascular.
So I'm not doing anything.
You're improving your health.
Take that, people.
The key to an effective nap: avoiding entering deep sleep stages, which we talked about REM. That happens after 30 minutes. It prevents sleep inertia, the groggy feeling that can occur when you wake up from a deep sleep. Keeping those naps short and early in the afternoon ensures that they don't interfere with nighttime sleeping patterns.
See, let me tell you, I snore so bad I can go over that little 30-minute threshold. Because as soon as I fall asleep, I snore and I wake myself up. So it's just a series of short little naps.
I was going to ask you if you wake yourself up.
I do.
And it's that weird feeling when you do it, Billy. It's like, it's not in the entire snore. It's the last part of the snore. It's the whoa, you know what I'm talking about?
Like, you didn't shut it off before it started, son. You done went all the way through.
Like, if my body's going to react to the snore, at least let me experience the alertness of the entire snore, not just that last microsecond of.
Sound like you choked on something.
Hey, our friend from Deep Clean, Texas, she says, naps, chug an espresso, and get back to work.
Okay.
Well, that's not good for your heart, according to this study. It's not.
Like from 0 to 100, right?
Yeah, we need the nap. So Asa says, yes, as long as you don't fall out of your chair or slobber. Oh, man, now I got to tell you about that.
A good slobber nap. I mean, a little bit of cleanup, but it's sure worth it.
That's where the old word slobber knocker comes from. It wasn't from someone fighting. It was, man.
That boy was slobbering.
Some of the most embarrassing moments. Let's go down this train just for a moment, Billy. Most embarrassing moment that you ever had at school, Billy. Most embarrassing moment. Can you think of one?
Oh, that's not the problem. It's which one to tell you about.
Which one is for family-friendly radio?
Because here's the deal, Rob. Most of them are pretty embarrassing.
The brain.
Oh God! When I was in fifth grade, Gibbs Elementary at that time, fifth grade was still there. Because this is back in the olden times when we rode on slate and rode horses to school and stuff. But I was running. They had portable buildings outside. That's when I went to school. I was always the class that got stuck in the portable buildings outside. Everyone else is in the new campus, and we're out there like dodge the hole, don't step in the hole. But me and some other guys were taking a shortcut, and between the portable buildings, and I decided to go first, and I completely busted my what. It was covered in mud. So I had to go to the principal's office, not the principal's office, the nurse's office. They got like some clothes there or whatever. She gave me a pair of jeans that were so tight. To this day, I still think I have circulation problems because of those damn pants.
You were the first generation of the skinny jeans.
God almighty, I'm a chubby fifth grader, and I think she gave me a second grader's pair of Wranglers, and I wasn't going to be embarrassed by saying they didn't fit, so I... Yeah, and that's where the problem is today. That's why I'm so small and big on the top.
It's where the digestive
It's like a crappy cake mold,
We were talking yesterday. It's a pear, is what it is. A muffin top and a pear.
Something, an upside down pear.
Man, I was thinking about embarrassing moments. I can't recall many because I kind of kept to myself to where if I did something, nobody really noticed. One of the things that would always happen, well, there was a couple. Every time I'd cough, stuff would dislodge from me. And I'll never forget coughing and something flew on the back of the kid in front of me. And I never told him.
I'd be glad to come out of that end, not the other.
Yeah, well, I never told him. And I just remember sitting back, and then I was like, whoa, man. And then every time I would fall, especially in high school, I just got to the point. I was telling you before the show, I'm always tired, man. And it kind of goes back to high school. I just started getting real tired all the time. And I would sleep, and I'll be honest, I would sleep in a lot of I don't know how I passed them, but I did. Those breakfast tacos for the teachers really came in handy.
Yeah, because our teachers would not let us sleep. I mean, that was like the number one sin.
No, I don't know what it was, but
you could stab a kid with a pencil and probably make it, but if you fell asleep, by God, you were gone.
And it's so difficult to sleep in those desks. When you put your head down, it's just not comfortable. But I would sleep a lot.
Almost by design, huh?
Yes. I would sleep a lot in class, and man, I just would remember waking up, and my face would be burning. And then I'd look, and I'd have a row of slobber from the shoulder all the way down to the wrist.
Oh, yeah.
In a puddle. Every single day at school. And some kid finally said, dude, what's wrong with you, man? It's like you leak a gallon every time you go to sleep.
Rob's got a bad gasket.
Yeah. There's something, that rubber connection's not working, man. It's not holding it in. So, but it was, the rubber gasket was broken on me for some reason. But no, every single time, and it's so embarrassing. And then you'd get up, and you would just have it covered on you. And how are you gonna get rid of it? You don't have, like here, as I gotten older, I've always known to keep a paper towel with me now. But you didn't carry around this stuff when you were growing up.
When I was in junior high, we had the old metal desks, like they were metal on the bottom, and they had like that cutout where you could put your books in one side of it, and then the wooden back, like the two strips, and then the wooden top. You ever sit in one of those?
Yeah, not comfortable.
Well, those are fine until you get to laughing and maybe fart a little bit. And it's like a speaker box.
We knew that this conversation in the back of our minds was
you asked for embarrassing stuff, man. And
We knew that
that's probably why I didn't get prom king or whatever. You know, they pulled my file from K to 12.
Well, there's old Billy.
He tooted in 5th grade. This is what happened.
The nickname was Billy the Ripper. Oh, goodness. Well, anyways.
Well, like Miss Ace said, you know, one of the best things about those chairs is I couldn't do it, and I still can't do it to this day, but people that pop their backs, they would put that one in there. Wow.
No idea how they could do that. So,
you know, that's okay, but if you giggle a little bit, let a pooch slip out.
all right, we got a few things for you here. We'll switch gears this morning again here. Mike Blackwell, he said this dude is hilarious.
Yeah, Rob is a funny guy.
No, he's talking about Billy.
Shit, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to be funny. It's just what happened.
Oh, man. A few things you need to know today. Very important things that you need to know today. The IRS, Billy says that it has collected $1 billion in back taxes from high wealth tax cheats. Well, I'm glad I'm not in that category.
Yeah, you're not talking to me at all.
Shelley Duvall died in her sleep yesterday of complications.
Is it Duvall or Duvall?
Duvall. Who is that? Do you know who that is?
That was on the movie Psycho or whatever.
She must be related to Robert.
She was the wife or whatever.
Is she related to Robert Duvall?
I don't know.
Well, she passed away.
Her last name ain't Cauthen. Hell, I don't know.
She passed away, unfortunately, yesterday, though. Complication from diabetes in Blanco, Texas. That's there in the hill outside of San Antonio. She was 75. Boy, Nicolas Cage's son, Weston. I just think of the name Weston. He has been arrested on charge of assault with a deadly weapon. I mean, it's pretty rough charge there. But Weston,
what was a deadly weapon?
No idea.
Yeah.
Kevin Costner's first Western of a 3-part series. I mean, you know, Kevin Costner's been doing some I've enjoyed his stuff.
There's only one 3-part series worth watching, and that's Lonesome Dove.
Well, he's first Western of a 3-part series, Horizon, an American saga. Well, it fizzled in theaters. It only made $23 million, causing New Line Cinema to cancel the theater release of Horizon Chapter 2. They're just going to show up on Max Television instead. So pretty tough break there for a guy that's really good.
I wish I could fizzle at $23 million.
In the NFL news, Monty Kiffin, longtime defensive coordinator in the NFL and college levels, who became the innovator behind the renowned Tampa 2 defense. He passed away at 84. Here's some news, Billy, news no one cares about.
Oh, that's my favorite. Let's go.
And we'll start with Ellen DeGeneres.
Let's go to the next one.
It says she's not mean, quote, not mean, and I'm done, and says she has given up Hollywood after her current comedy tour. She says this after her upcoming Netflix special, "This is the last time you're gonna see me." So
is that a promise or?
Yeah. $1.50 hot dog and soda deal is still safe at Costco, but they're going to raise their membership price for the first time since 2017. A Gold Star membership now going up to $65 from $60. Those executive memberships up $10 to $130 from $120. And the maximum annual 2% reward, though, will increase from $1,000 to $1,250. So if you shop a lot at Costco, we get those reward bucks with the diapers.
Do y'all do Costco?
We love it for the diapers and everything. It's great.
Oh, me and Jacqueline tried it for a little bit. It was just, time you drive all the way down there, we just couldn't justify it. You come back with your 5 gallons of peanut butter and a 25-pound roll of hamburger meat.
3 new sandwiches have landed at Subway. Are you a Subway guy? I like Subway.
I used to be. I was a cold cut combo kind of guy, man, and just I don't know. I don't care for it anymore.
What is a cold cut combo kind of guy?
It's a sandwich.
But you're that guy.
That and a spicy Italian.
Well,
I know how I like my girls.
Well, the new Subway. I'm going to tell you this. I go to the Subways around here. They're not bad. But the absolute best Subway that's always extremely fresh is that one over there at Anderson. As you're heading on that, what's that road that goes?
I could just hear my mama now. We got Subway at home.
But can you think about that, though? That's that road. What's that highway? Because that eventually goes out to Navasota, right?
Okay, going to Anderson, that's 90.
Yeah, because that's the one. That's the one.
Oh, that's when you drop down the little hill.
Yes, you go down the hill.
Yeah.
It's that subway.
And
right
if you
down the
don't
left.
brake, you'll go right inside.
But that eventually goes to Navasota, doesn't it?
Yes.
And then that's where Chuck Norris's ranch is and his water manufacturing business. So that subway there at Anderson, always exceptional service, and the freshest meat, the freshest bread I've ever had at a Subway is at that one in Anderson. So if you're craving Subway, make the 30-minute drive out there to Anderson and tell them we sent you here on Good Morning Huntsville.
We got Subway at home.
But they've landed new sandwiches, 3 of them. Honey mustard barbecue. Let me say this. Well, we got the honey mustard barbecue chicken.
That don't even sound good. Honey mustard barbecue.
Well, look at these next
Mustard
two.
and barbecue, that's oxymoron.
Read this one here. What's right after it?
Let's see.
You see that one?
Hang on. Oh, the spicy nacho chicken.
Oh, this sounds like a 2 a.m. waiting to happen.
Does that come with a thing of dude wipes?
Yeah.
Like them old Tux medicated pad commercials where they put the match out?
I forgot about those commercials.
I can't.
It takes away the burn, Daddy.
Miss Hazel, that ain't heartburn. That's another burn.
That's a Johnny Cash Ring of Fire. And then the last one here. That's just nasty, man.
And cheesy garlic steak.
Oh.
Are you sure that's for real?
Yes. The last 2 feature their new cheddar cheese sauce. Oh, man. That's just, I'm not a fan.
I just look that up to make sure or something.
No.
I know what you're going for now.
Know.
God. Cheesy garlic steak.
Oh, man. We never, ever, ever know where this show is going to go.
Oh, I know every Friday it's going off the rails.
All right, hold on here real quick. This is what happens.
When I make you have a repossessed memory.
Yeah. All right. Y'all ready for this one? Get ready for this, Huntsville, and those watching.
When the burning, itching, and soreness of hemorrhoids flare up, Tox medicated pads give you soothing, cooling relief on contact. For hemorrhoid flare-up, get Tox from Park Davis.
I think about how doggone old I am and how young I was when I saw that commercial.
And when we saw that, we wouldn't laugh about it back then. You wouldn't really laugh about it, would you?
Yeah, but it's relatable now.
Yeah, it's 100% relatable now. Wait, Billy, hold on.
That's marketing, people.
What happened to the marketing these days? It just doesn't work.
It's not as good as that. I haven't seen that commercial in 25 years, and I can still remember.
William Shatner still making the news.
Oh, yeah?
I think he'll make the news for the next foreseeable 4 or 5 generations. Says he does not watch old Star Trek reruns. In his words, he's watched, quote, as few as possible. Could you imagine sitting there talking to him? Hey, William, or Mr. Shatner. I'd call him Mr. Shatner. I don't think I'd call him William. I'd say, Mr. Shatner, do you ever get a chance to watch your old rerun episodes of Star Trek? As few as possible. I could just.
I mean, why would he?
He doesn't have an ego. See, if he had an ego, he'd go back and watch every one. Well, that's all I do is I watch them all the time.
What's that attorney he advertises for?
I don't know.
There's some attorney that he advertises
The dude is still going, though. Still going. Well over 90 years old and still out there. My sister says we always laughed at that. I don't remember laughing at that commercial, Rebecca. I really don't. A couple of more here. Inside Out 2, Pixar, highest paid grossing movie ever. I never even heard of this movie. Have you?
I think that's the one my kids went and saw.
How did it beat Toy Story? $1.3 billion worldwide. I never even heard of it. I just stay out of it. Pat Sajak has retired from the Wheel of Fortune as of last month, but now, guess what? He's already coming back. Didn't stay gone long. Well, there's kind of a disclosure here. He'll be back for this fall to host the Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. That'll begin in October. So, not gonna. I mean, you do that for so many years. Do you think when he sleeps, all he hears in his mind is doo-doo-doo-doo? Yeah.
it always amazed me how he could tell you what that wheel was going to stop on before it stopped.
He's probably, you know what he has? He probably has a foot pedal where he could slow that thing down.
I have thought that for years.
He's got a pedal down there that he hits the brakes on that thing.
But I still want to do the Price is Right wheel. Oh, God. Ever since I could remember, I wanted to spin that damn wheel.
Never got a chance to.
No. I'm doing good to get out of Huntsville.
A couple of things here, too. If you've noticed Matthew McConaughey lately, he shared a picture on social media the other day what his face looked like. It was all swollen. It was after a bee sting. Got stung by a bee. Was no special effects or makeup. Some people thought maybe he was doing something weird. It was a bee sting. I got to look this up now. I have not seen this. Have you seen this?
No. Normally when I get stung and something swells up, I try not to show anybody.
Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, this could...
It looks like he might have talked back to Miss McConaughey.
This could go... Let's be honest, though. The guy still looks like an OG, even with the build. I mean...
All right.
Yeah, can you imagine this? This is why if you're on the Spirit Radio...
I wonder if he told Debbie, be a lot cooler if you did.
Yeah. Check out my eye, man. All right.
Party at the Moon Tower.
Oh, well, there he is. Matthew McConaughey recovering from a bee sting. Got popped right in the eye. That's on his Instagram, by the way.
Have you ever been stung there, like right under the eye?
Mm-hmm.
When I was working for the state, I got popped right under the eye one time. God almighty.
That's the only guy that could pull that off and still be cool, by the way.
Yeah.
Man,
if he came in right now with that thing swole up and oozing stuff out, you'd still want his autograph, you know?
The thing I noticed more than the eye was his teeth. That
They're
guy has
perfectly white.
Immaculate teeth.
Yeah.
Immaculate.
He must get his Chris White strip somewhere other than where I get mine.
A couple of few ones here before we take our last break, and then we'll head over to the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. According to a survey, 3% of people use their pet to wake them up in the morning. My pet wakes me up at 1 or 2 every single morning, and now with our fence being gone, now I've got to put him on a leash. That's the whole point of having a dog and a fence, is so you just open the door and let him go. Well, my neighbor's watching.
Hey, when you open the door and let him go, do you tell them what to go do?
Yes.
I mean, like you have to? Like they don't know that's what you're letting them out at 1 o'clock in the morning for?
The blue Lacey, I love her to pieces, but and the poor little thing was, she was a rescue dog. And so I'm nice to her, but she just does it. It's like she's full of energy. When she goes, she's walking while she's going. And you have to sit there and wait 20 minutes before she does anything. I said, Stella, go to the bathroom. And then I'll start going, hurry up, let's go, hurry up. Now, the Golden, I can literally tell him he's sniffing around, and I'll say, Mac, drop it. And as soon, he hits the brakes, and that, how they get that arch back, and, man, that thing arches right away, and boom, he's done.
The first time I had to wait 20 minutes at 1 o'clock in the morning, that would become an outside dog.
No, it's a little too much. I want to show a picture here real quick. And thankfully, progress has been made. But this is what we were dealing with. I've showed it earlier this week, but we got all the tree out of the yard finally. I still got to cut up some wood. But as you're looking at this photo, now, I used to have a fence, and now you can tell which fence is mine. Just look for the one that looks a lot older and ran down. That's my fence. There's a little kind of alleyway in between my house and the neighbor's house. It's not really an easement, but I believe it's the neighbor's property. We were talking about this, but his fence doesn't go back all the way because water rushes through there. So We've left that as just kind of a water flow. Now, he just put in that new fence. Both of his trees fell on my property.
Well, that was nice of him to put it that way because that puts the ugly side to him.
Yeah.
On a wooden fence, there's a pretty side and an ugly side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and my fence actually looks really bad here. It's not that bad of a fence, but...
It's weathered. You paid extra for that.
It's weathered. But here's the deal. See, mine went across, and then there's his, and then what do you see behind his? His house, right?
Yeah.
Well, the golden retriever doesn't know how to listen to me. And so I decided, you know what? My little silver one, she will go. She won't run off if I call her.
Mm-hmm.
But if she sees another person or another dog, she's going to take off after him. So I got to be careful. Well, the golden, he's generally pretty nice to everyone, but he doesn't listen to me. And so as soon as I let him out, I gave him a chance. I let him out yesterday, Billy. He hightails it through this opening, and he's wandering around in my neighbor's backyard. My neighbor has basically 2 lots, so he's got a much bigger yard. He's over there wandering around in this guy's yard, and I'm screaming at Matt, get out. And I didn't want to walk. It's 9 o'clock at night. I'm not going to walk in my neighbor's backyard.
Yeah, he might get his hole puncher out.
Well, what happens? My dog decides to drop it right there next to his back patio. I am screaming, get out of his yard. Have you ever been in that situation, Billy, to where you just don't know what to do?
Not knowing what to do?
I didn't know what to do.
Every day.
Well, with the dog, I was like, man, this dog is over here doing his business in the neighbor's yard. The neighbor, I'm trying to build good rapport with my neighbor, especially after his tree fell on my property. And here's my dog running over, just acting like it's his new territory.
Maybe that was your dog's way of saying, hey, dude, you ought to be paying for this.
My neighbor did. He didn't have to. It was such a blessing. Now, not all of it, but 2/3 of the cost to remove that tree, he took care of. And it was such a blessing because for us, with having children and where we're at,
I'll give him credit,
you're picking up what I'm putting down, right?
Not that dog stuff.
I didn't ask him. I wasn't planning on it, to be honest, because state law says unless that tree is diseased or distressed, and they know it and you know it, that it's their responsibility. It's just one of those things that happens, and it's tough and it's unfortunate, but that's part of life. He came over and said, Rob, we want to help you with the tree. And that was so generous of him and his wife to do that, especially with where we're at right now, Bridget and I. We're trying to get things on track, but then the dog goes over and does that. That's not the way that you think a neighbor. That dog should have went over there with a plate of steaks and took to him. Instead, he left a plate of steaks.
Recycled ones.
Yeah. So, anyways, if you're watching, Seth, I apologize, and just send me the bill for the cleanup, and we'll be all right.
You didn't run over there with your little Walmart baggie inside out?
I didn't. If it would have been during the day, like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, I keep forgetting. Yeah, this is 9 o'clock at night.
It's 9 o'clock at night, and their windows are probably open. It's right there. Their kitchen's probably right there. Their living room. I'm not going to wander in their backyard.
He's in there cleaning his pistol, waiting for somebody to show up in the backyard. Yeah.
And then here's the deal: our phone service isn't working out there right now either. I guess the T-Mobile tower in that area is down or not powered. Something's going on. Probably ran out of generator gas. And so I can't call. I was legitimately going to call him and say, hey, man, I'm so sorry my dog came over. Can I come by and clean it up? I mean, what kind of conversation is this?
How do you even start? Hey, man, how's everything going? Y'all doing good? Are you surviving? Hey, my dog shit.
For the life of me,
like, do you throw it in there real quick with other stuff, like an envelope? You fold it in the middle and just send it? Do you start with it? Do you end with it?
I didn't know what to do, man. So I let nature take its course and let it go.
Hey, did you see my dog in your yard? No. Man. Oh, I was just wondering. I couldn't find him.
Yeah. Thanks.
By
the way,
I think someone's dog.
When you're stepping off the back porch, just watch that first step, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We'll head over to the – oh, you know what? Before we do, we always have our impossible question, okay? And today's impossible question – think about this as we go to break and then let us know on the feed. Nearly 90% of American families buy one of these every week. If you had 100 people, 90 of them would buy this every week. I'm not one of them. I'm one of the 10% that don't buy these. But what would it be? Think about that as we take a break. We'll take a quick break. Final opportunity this week to text in that keyword. A chance to win Double Dave's Pizza Rolls. Power along with your name. 0 degree.
Is there any hint or anything?
Well, it's a food.
Oh, yeah. We buy a watermelon every week. Never seem to cut the dang thing.
Yeah. It's a food. This week's keyword, final opportunity, power, along with your name, 0 degree. Phone and text line at 936-339-0139. As always, our Friday is brought to you by Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We'll take a brief break. We'll be back in a moment as we wrap it up. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us.
I'm Billy Cauthen, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Please come home. I got beans and bologna. All I hear. Please come home.
All right, Dan, you know what it is.
Beans and bologna.
It's that boy EDP Weista. I don't even know what that is. I think if I was ever going to be a rapper, that'd be my name, is EDP Weista. I don't even know what it means. It just popped into my head one day, Billy.
Well, that was a sign.
All right, beans and bologna here as we wrap it up on this faithful Friday. Good morning, Huntsville. There it is. Kathy said thanks for playing our song.
Oh, man.
That's the only reason we play that is for Kathy Schweitzer, by the way. It started out for Billy. He's the one that introduced us to it, and now it's Kathy's song.
You know, she always gives me a hard time about it, too. Sometimes I can't look her in the eye. I'm not doing it, Miss Schweitzer, I promise.
Yeah, Billy's not in charge of the mouse over here.
He lets me play on my phone is about the extent of what the buttons I get to push.
One thing, before we get to that impossible question, the impossible question was 90% of people buy this at least once a week in America. What was it? We'll get to that in a minute. What is one thing, Billy, that and you know, we got to keep this family friendly, okay? Think about that. But what is one thing you should never lend to friends?
Money.
That was quick.
It's true.
I was going to say that
you want to end a friendship. How much is it going to cost you? How much you need to borrow? Because it's going to end a friendship.
It would.
Never mix money and friends.
That's right. Money's a good one.
That's why there's banks and other lending institutions. That's what they specialize in. You should focus on your friendship, not becoming because the borrower becomes slave to the lender.
And
it's in the Bible.
Yeah,
there it is.
Don't be doing that.
Don't be doing that. That's a no.
I was going to say, how awkward would it be if you went over to your neighbors and said, hey, can I borrow your plunger? I've had to do that before. It's not a good thing.
Ironically, we have as well.
Now, you were asking me, how does that conversation about your dog in the back of the neighbor, how did that conversation go?
Luckily, my mother's our neighbor, so Mama.
She knew as soon as you said it in that tone. She goes, Billy, the plunger's coming.
She knows if I want something because I hit that back door of her house. Mama.
She's really right there next to you.
Yeah,
man, that's so great.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. If you ever get the chance for your family to live right next door to you,
do it.
Don't.
No.
By God, listen to me, people. Do not do it.
I was going to say do it because, listen.
There ain't fences high enough.
Switching note on a more serious note, I was thinking of my dad this morning, and it hit you in waves, and I teared up thinking about him because I'd found some voicemail that he'd left me. He was joking. Yeah. He was joking, and I don't have any voicemail of my dad just being serious. Saying I only have the only one that I could find. I'm surprised that I don't have the only one was he was joking around with me, and it's one that I have. And but I was thinking about that, and this morning I had a thought that said, spend every moment that you possibly can with those that you love and that you're close to. Even if you don't want to, do it, because the day's going to come to where you're not going to be able to. And that's the reality. Friends, that's the inspiration. The reality of life is people in your life are going to depart from this earth. Now, on the spiritual side of things, the reality is there's a heaven and there's a hell, and you better make sure you got it right with Jesus so you can be up in the heaven. But the reality of all that is that people that are in your life right now, years from now, we don't know when, we don't know the time, those people could be gone, and they will be gone. Spend every moment that you can with those that you love.
I totally second that.
Now,
but let me play this scenario to you. Imagine that you received a higher calling in life. You've gone into the funeral service industry. You've went to school. You've served your time. You walked through the 7 rings of hell to get to where you're at. You're a licensed funeral director in the state of Texas. You've made it, son. You've made it. So now at night when you lay your head down, you know it's just a matter of time until you're called out to do that work. And you go out in the wee hours of the morning and you bring someone's loved one into your care. And you have them in your vehicle and you're going back to the funeral home. And from the moment you shut that door, there's no more voices. There's no one there to talk to. It's just you. You get to the funeral home and you silently and respectfully do your work.
Yeah.
You do what you have to do to serve that family in silence. Respectful silence. You're done. It's now super late at night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's dark, it's still, it's eerie. You drive that vehicle home in silence, thinking about that family, thinking about their loss, what the next steps are for them and what you're going to do to help them, how you can put yourself on the line to better them. You step out of your car in the wee hours of the night. It's dark, it's still, and out of nowhere, there's 5 foot even Lois Cauthen standing behind you saying, "Bill, was it anybody I knew?" Shut! Mama, it's 3 a.m. What are you doing?
Now
I just couldn't sleep.
Now, as much as Billy jokes around, the sincerity of what he was saying at the beginning of that was 100% heartfelt.
Yeah.
Now, the last 2 seconds of that was also 100% heartfelt.
But that's a true story.
Man, yeah. Well, just think about
She's like a little ninja.
Oh.
Because she wasn't there when I pulled up the driveway, I swear to goodness.
It's like she's waiting. She's waiting with the stick. You better tell me who. You better tell me what you're doing.
She always, anybody I knew? No, man. Mama. No, Mama.
Well, just think about that, though. I know Billy and I cut up and have a good time on this show, but truthfully think about that the people that you have around you, there will, without a shadow of a doubt, come a time to where you're not going to be able to talk to them anymore. And know in your heart that you did everything that you could to always be there for them. Now, I know we were joking. They don't have to live next door to you. But still love them and talk to them.
She had a tree fell on her outbuilding, and she didn't realize it till night before last. And she asked my son, she goes, "Is your daddy still awake?" And he was like, "No, ma'am, I think she's asleep." So I promised her, I said, "Well, look, when I get in from Louisiana tomorrow, I'll come see what I can do." As soon as I pulled up the driveway, I ain't even cut the engine off. Here she come out the back door of her house with a saw.
And the first comment, because she's so used to it, was it anybody I knew? No, Mom, I'm here to help with the tree.
Yeah, I'm sitting here in a white shirt, a tie, slacks. Mom, do you mind if I maybe get out of these clothes, put on some jeans or something?
All right, let's head over to that 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. We got a winner today of some of those Pizza rolls. Pizza rolls from Double Dave's. Big thanks to our friends over at Double Dave's Pizza here in Huntsville hooking us up. And here we go. Billy, I'll let you get this one.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Are you kidding me?
It's because they didn't want to talk to me.
I'm going to give this I don't normally do this. I'm going to give this person another chance.
Yeah, because it did go straight. It ain't like it rang and then went, right?
The number came through.
I don't know. See, I'm getting a voicemail on my personal phone here. And see, it does that now. It types it out as they're talking. Isn't that neat?
Yeah, well.
I mean, it makes it easier to run them bill collectors.
I'm going to call this number one more time. It's a first-time texter. The randomizer picked them. It's somebody who just commented. And now we've given away who it is, so we can't prank them. Let's try one more. I never do this.
Who just texted?
Here, I never do this.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
What are you doing?
Nothing. Who is this?
Who is this? You know who this is.
You already know.
You already know.
Is this Mr. Cauthen?
It sure is.
No, this is FEMA calling from the government. Is your house okay? It's a FEMA.
Ooh, no, I need some money.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, I know this ain't a laughing matter, but I sure as hell appreciated all the blue tarps I got a couple of years ago.
Yeah, bring
Oh, I know.
Send the tarps.
Send the tarps. I tell you what, you send a box of tarps and a blank check, I'll take care of everything else.
I'll do everything else.
Is this Miss Asa Jowers joining us? Is that who this is?
Yeah,
this is the
is.
best bus driver my kids ever had.
I love them.
Does your mama work over at Wiesner?
Yes.
Is she the secretary?
No, she's the president and CEO of Wiesner. She just answers the phone for him.
Is she the receptionist right when you walk in the morning?
Yes.
Is it none other than Miss Dolores?
That's my mom.
Oh, that's my favorite lady in Huntsville right there. One of my well, I got to say one of my because Paula Armstrong is also a favorite of mine. So
yeah, you don't want to get them.
But Miss Dolores, Miss Dolores, she said that I ran into her because our HLI ASA was meeting there, our Huntsville Leadership Institute. We'd meet there in the mornings once a month. And I didn't know your mama then. And she goes, "You're the Hello Huntsville guy." She goes, "I watched that show a lot of times." And so we started giving her shout outs on the show.
Yeah, she's a mess. She's a mess.
So you saying the apple don't fall from the tree, or?
It don't. It don't.
I get my craziness from my mother, so I get it.
Now, Asa, you grew up here. You grew up here in Huntsville, also.
Yes, sir. I was born and raised in Jasper, Texas.
Ah, okay. And then you came to Huntsville.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been here in the H-Town?
Ooh, a long time. I'm 50 now, so I came here when I was a little girl.
Oh, okay.
See, I was going to tell everybody you was like 26, and now you.
Yeah, we don't.
Hey, I am 26. I look 26, but I'm 50. I don't hold my age that high.
Well, you know what they say, 50 rhymes with thrifty. So you thrifty-50 is what we're going to say.
I am. You see, my mama, I'm not going to say her age, but you see how old she is?
She's 49.
15, so, hey.
She's going on 49. I don't know how it's humanly possible that you are older than your mom. It just don't make sense.
I am.
Well, Miss Asa, you have won some. Do you ever go to Double Dave's?
I do.
Well, we got some pizza rolls coming your way. Now, they'll be available to pick up. We always have our prize pickup over at First Baptist Monday through Thursday from 9 to 3. So head over there next week, and we will have those for you.
I mean, I don't know if you could share those with Bo or not, but you won them.
Will that work for you?
If my grandkids don't get them first.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you free during the day sometime next week to go by there and pick those up? Will that work?
Oh, yeah. We're on summer break.
Okay. Awesome. Well, it'll be Monday through
The wheels
Thursday.
on the bus do not go round and round.
Yeah. The wheels on the bus stay in the bus barn. It's summertime.
Yes.
Leave me alone. Well, all right. Hey, final question. Billy's going to ask it. We always ask our guests this, Miss Asa.
What are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm thankful that the Lord brought us all through that storm and we were safe. And what little damage and what lives we lost is okay because, I mean, He kept us. So I'm just thankful for that.
Well, amen.
I think that's the best one I've heard in a long time.
Have you watched our show before, Asa? Because I don't know if I've seen you texting in before or commenting before.
I never texted in before, but I have watched it because you have the freeze dried candy, Mr. Clay on there.
Yeah, well
And
now it's Rick. Now it's Rick. Rick bought that business. He owns it now. Rick Boning owns it now.
Oh, okay.
And that's what we're calling you. We're calling you on the official 0 Degree phone and text line. So see, there you go.
Oh, okay then.
Well, real quick, let me ask you this, not to make it about us, but you know, what do you enjoy most? I know you've already said what you're thankful for here in Huntsville and all that, but what do you enjoy most about the Good Morning Huntsville show?
Well, you bring on locals, and they get to share their business and their the different opportunities that they can provide to the community.
Embarrassing moments.
Embarrassing moments. There you go.
It's okay.
And what do you think? We've been tossing this around. We're thinking about doing a swap shop on Tuesdays. You know, where folks can they can go to our website. They can say, "Hey, I've got something I want to sell," and a suggested $5 donation, and we'll talk about it every Tuesday. Do you like that idea?
Yeah, I like that.
All right, we're going to get that going. So
Ooh, I just sold a car on Marketplace.
You did?
Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, never, ever, ever again. I've never. My God, them people have no respect.
Well,
nope, they don't.
They gonna text me at 2:00 in the morning. Does it have a third row seat? Did you read the description? No.
So did you see the pictures? It shows you right there in the picture.
Yes, it shows in the picture, and it there is no third row seat.
What you need to do?
Because I was looking too, but I didn't see no third row seat. So yeah.
Did you look at my car for sale?
I did.
Do you know a guy, and it's an honest-to-God story, there is a guy that flew, and my wife is still in total amazement that we didn't get killed in this transaction. A guy flew in from Buffalo, New York, and bought that 2002 Chevy Suburban.
Are you serious?
Really?
I swear to God.
That you just sold?
Yes. All the way
now, what
from
is he gonna
Buffalo.
Use that for?
I don't care what he does with it as soon as he gets it out of my name. But he flew all the way, American Airlines, on Tuesday, the day after the storm. He flew down here and bought that car.
Did you take the guy to lunch or something?
No, I picked him up at the airport after he pissed me off real bad. I picked him up at the airport.
Man, that's scary.
I'm from Huntsville, Texas. I don't understand how big city stuff works. So when I pull up at the airport and I tell you where I'm at, you come find me because I can't find you.
Was this guy nice?
Yeah.
How did he?
Well, he was nice, but there was some strange stuff like his britches was way too big and he had a zip tie holding him up.
Dude.
But he paid his cash.
Well, there you go. All right, Ace. That's how we're going to end it today. Zip ties, pants, and a car from Buffalo. There you go. Well, hey, have a blessed day.
You can't have that any other day of the
That's
week.
right. And you tell your mama we love her. You tell that mama of yours we love her and we appreciate her, okay?
Okay, I will. Thank you.
All righty. We'll see you next week. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, too. Bye-bye.
Just zip ties. And
Oh, man, Jacqueline, she just knew that we was going to be killed.
Was the transaction real fast?
No, okay, I picked him up at the airport.
Well, got us through the whole thing
Okay.
before we go because we got time. How did it start? I mean,
He messaged me on Facebook.
Did you think it was a scam?
Well, here's the first thing I do when they would message me. There's like a little button you could look at their profile, and it tells where they're from. And so he sent a question about the vehicle. So I automatically responded back, and I said, dude, no offense or anything, but your Facebook profile says you're in Buffalo, New York. This is kind of suspicious to me. And he responded back, and he says, yes, sir, I understand that. I do, in fact, live in Buffalo. You're correct. I have a friend who's into race cars, and he's looking at a race car in Houston. So we were going to be coming down there anyhow. I have a travel trailer, and my Suburban was a 3/4 ton. He says, I have a travel trailer and a small family, so we need a Suburban, but we still want to be able to pull that travel trailer. So I'm like, okay. And he's like, well, can you send me some more pictures or whatever? So I went outside and I took pictures and I sent it to him. I'm like, all right, well, this ought to shut him up, right?
Yeah.
And he just kept on. He's like, hey, look, I want to see it. How close are you to this? How close are you to that? Like explaining, Huntsville proximity to places. And he says, what's the closest major airport to you? And I told him, I said, well, I guess Intercontinental is probably the closest. And sure enough, homeboy, he sent me a deposit to hold it. And then he sent me a picture of his plane ticket. It's like online, whatever. Yeah. And he was coming Monday. Okay. And I got with him Sunday, and I said, man, I don't think you're going to be successful. And sure enough, about 20 minutes later, he sent me a deal where American Airlines had canceled the flight. So he got it for Tuesday. I drove the Suburban. Jacqueline followed me in my truck. She pulled over at a gas station right before
and loaded up the pistol.
Probably should have. Well, on the way down there, like the cell phones weren't working. You know, this is the day after the storm. And, like, she's in front of me because I'm telling her, I'm like, hey, this whole thing don't go that fast. I mean,
so you're down in Houston the day after the hurricane hits?
Yeah,
There's a madhouse down there.
I'm fully aware, sir. I was down there. But anywho, on the way down there, like, she exits off the road. I'm thinking, okay, I'm already suspicious of this deal, and I'm following her. And she just, like, got off real fast or whatever. And she's holding her phone up like this, and I can see it. And I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, what is she doing? At this time, I don't know the phones aren't working. So I'm thinking like that she's got word that this is a scam or this is whatever. And I pull over and I'm like, what is going on? She says, oh my God, I forgot that we put a bunch of boxes in the back of that Suburban to throw away at the funeral home dumpster. They're still, and I look back there and sure enough, that thing is from the front to the back full of boxes. I said, well, you know what? If he buys the thing, then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So
the story gets better.
It gets better. It's a Cauthen story. It jumps around and it's always, anywho. So right before I get to the airport, she pulls over at a gas station. Well, apparently this is like a new construction gas station. It's not even open yet. And she's able to get a hold of me one time on the phone. And she's like, look, there is a sketchy looking dude walking around looking at my truck. I said, lock the doors, and if he approaches you, put that thing in reverse, and I don't care if you back over him or whatever, just get out of there. I can't, So I pull up to where it says the American Airline arrivals, and I'm calling the dude on the phone. I'm texting him. I'm like, hey, where are you at? And then I'm like trying to explain to him where I'm at, but I'm country as a cucumber, and I'm like, I see 3 shuttle buses, and there's a bunch of people with suitcases. And then finally, he gets up, now he doesn't get upset, but he gets tired of me, and I'm tired of him, right? And he's like, well, I'm in the park and ride, whatever. And I'm like, well, crap, I already passed that. And apparently I'm not smart enough at the airport. You can't just, like, circle the building. You got to go all the way back out and all the way back in. And everybody and their mama, their dog, and their third cousin's sister is trying to get to the airport. So luckily the air conditioning works in this old Suburban, works good. I'm talking about like penguins are sliding on the dashboard, or I would have been hot, Finally, he sees me and I see him, and this dude like walks out into traffic. Like the cars are coming and he's whoop, and they're all scratching on their brakes and stuff, and there's people hollering at me because he's getting into my car like he's my whole buddy or something. And I'm just like, this is not good. Why did I do this? This was kind of like my dream car. Why am I selling this thing, But we went to the gas station where she was at, and we had kind of not in concrete agreed on the price or whatever. And, of course, homeboy is on the ground on his belly, sliding around like a snake, looking underneath this thing.
God, he came all the way from Buffalo.
Well, if you come all the way from Buffalo, I feel like you're obligated at this point.
Yeah.
But anywho, he looked all over this thing. He found like one little rust spot, which I'm thinking, dude, you're going back to Buffalo, New York. The whole thing's going to rust in 2 months anyhow.
What, he try to ding you for $500?
Oh, he tried to ding me for $1,000. Oh. So, but at this point, I am ready to get back to Huntsville, Texas, where I'm a little more familiar with my surroundings.
Yeah.
And okay, so another funny part of the story. We're at this gas station. It's under construction, right? Like, the doors are locked to the gas station. The gas pumps are not functional, but they have trash cans. So we're taking that trash that was like the boxes that were in the back of the Suburban, and we're tearing them in little pieces, and we're putting them in the trash can. Well, I'm letting Jacqueline, she's over there counting the money with the guy. She's the money lady. She's the banker in our family. So she's over there doing the financial thing. And I'm over there like putting the trash in the trash can at these gas stations. And there's people, and of course I'm wearing like my polo shirt and my slacks. So there's people that keep coming up to me asking questions about the gas station. But I'm too embarrassed since I'm throwing my trash in their trash cans to tell people that I don't work there. So I'm like, oh, yeah, we're without power right now, but I think Of course, Jacqueline's on the other side of Suburban because she's laughing her ass off because she knows that's just me. I'm not going to tell you. I don't know where I'm at. I'm giving directions to people in rent-a-car. Where's it? I think there's a station if you go about 2 blocks.
Tonight on KHOU, thousands of out-of-towners pointed in the wrong direction by what they say was a scam at a gas station. More tonight at 10.
People, I don't make this stuff up. If you just come spend a day with me.
We should have led with this story, Billy. Man, this was the headline.
So this guy buys this 2002 3/4-ton 4x4 Chevy Suburban work truck package, and he is driving it. He is driving it back to Buffalo, New York.
So did y'all get the title transferred and all that stuff?
No, I signed the titles and all that, and then you can actually go on the DMV website and put in that you've sold a vehicle.
So you're clear.
I'm clear.
Okay,
I'm clear.
Good. Because back in the day, you used to have to take that person with you to the DMV in person.
And there's some more to this story that I guess I need to get into. I mean, like, I started to take the license plates and the registration sticker off of it, but, like, he's looking at the car, right? And then he gets up, walks, we're on the side of this gas station they're building. He gets up and he walks over to a light pole that's in a grassy area and just starts losing his lunch. And I'm thinking, oh, my God. I got Jacqueline looking at me like, this dude's a crackhead. And
what is up with this story, man?
So he's over there yakking his stuff up, and then he comes back and goes, man, this Texas heat is for real. I'm thinking, hey, don't get too close there. Back.
Did you?
What they teach us to stay at the state? Get back.
Let me ask a reverse question. Did you ever feel comfortable around this guy?
Not for a single second. He's got like a goatee, and then you could tell he had a mustache, but he shaved it off. And I don't know, this from the second I'm looking at this guy, and I know what I'm asking for this car, and I'm driving my car, my baby. I'm driving my car, and I'm looking at this dude in the passenger seat, and I'm like, there ain't no way this dude's got 2 nickels to rub together.
Yeah, but you can't ever judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, because he paid cash.
Yeah,
he paid cash.
Good night.
And I guess, God willing, the creek didn't rise on him.
Did you check the cash to make sure it's legitimate bills?
We did not. Because I'm sure everyone carries one of those little markers with them. Just, oh, God.
You're like, now you're worried? Like, oh, man.
You think I'm worried? I'm sweating bullets, man. Because for one, if it's not real money, how am I going to get rid of it?
Yeah, no joke.
Because I'm not driving to Buffalo to get my car back.
What did this thing get per gallon, like miles per gallon?
It didn't. It had a big old 6.0 motor in it. It didn't.
Oh, man.
Well, I say it's not bad. It's so big, this vehicle. I guess it was like a government vehicle or something, and then someone bought it, and that gentleman passed away, and I did a bunch of work for him, and his wife sold it to me because I always loved that vehicle.
Maybe that's what this is. It's got a bunch of hidden government stuff in it, and this guy knew about it, and he wanted to get it back.
Have fun with it,
That's
man.
why he was on his belly looking at it.
Well, it's so big that this Suburban, it has 2 fuel tanks.
Oh, wow.
But it only has like one place on the outside. It fills up the main tank, and then there's this auxiliary tank that it fills up.
Do you flip a switch inside?
No.
There? You don't do. See, my old truck, you flipped a switch to do that.
I didn't know it had the 2 fuel pumps or the 2 fuel tanks until the fuel pump went out. And my mechanic's like, "There's 2 fuel tanks down here." I'm like, "Dude, did you get some in your eye or something?" There's only one to put the gas in. How's there 2 tanks?
Well, there's your Billy Cauthen story. Please bring us these stories every week. I'm sure they're there. It'd be great, man.
Well, let me tell you, swear to goodness, there's not going to be another Facebook Marketplace story.
Oh, all right. One final thing before we go, an extended show today to make up for us being late. Restaurant report with Billy Cauthen. Where did we go last time? We mentioned it briefly, didn't we? You know where we went.
We went to Rodeo.
We did. How was it?
Delicioso.
It was a fun recorded show, by the way.
It was a fun recorded show because the people that were coming in had no idea that we were there recording. So there's like people walking in, and I'm over there in my headset, my hands are flailing around like one of those little tube men outside of a car lot, and Rob's over there down in his cherry Coke or whatever, and it's just, people, there's no clue what we're doing, like behind the scenes of a sports broadcast or something.
Yeah, they had no clue.
No clue. And everyone's looking. So we decided being cocky. Everybody that come in, we just waving at them like, hey, hey. We probably ran off more people than we.
Sorry, Delphina.
Well, they're looking at us like we just robbed a bank or something,
But we had fun.
We did. The food was good. We had a good time.
It was a good time. We appreciate Delphina. Rodeo's a great place to be. We appreciate Delphina and her husband, their family. They do such a great job. Excellent, excellent Mexican food here in town. I don't have anything negative to say at all. The service was great. The food came out great. Multiple people, not just one, multiple people checked on us.
You're right. And, of course, we're taking center stage with our little headsets on. I can't think of a single thing that wasn't top-notch.
Nothing. The only thing is I didn't get an ice cream. That's the only negative thing. I forgot to get an ice cream because you get free ice cream at rodeo.
It's on you.
Yeah.
From the second I sat down, what do you want to drink? And then they brought a menu and then the drink. And then, I can't think of normally we can. And sometimes there's stuff that happens at these places that we don't necessarily express on the air, but it's just because we're trying to be nice.
Like cups and hands and ice.
Or not getting your food at all. Anywho, no, there was nothing at this place.
Well, I made a suggestion today. Billy's going to try. He's never been there. I've been there multiple times.
And I've lived here my entire life. I've known this guy my entire life, and I've just never ate at his restaurant.
We're going today to...
Everyone listen.
Listen, here's where we're going. Billy, drum roll. Wait.
That's not really a drum roll. That's a... You just said something funny. We're going to...
Oh, that was loud.
We're going to Cloud 9.
That kind of fits it right.
And I don't know what their official address is, but they're in the 1200 block of University Avenue.
Yeah, they're across the street from the Republican office. So if you know where that is, here on 1201 University.
Yeah, jump over and register to vote and then get over to get something to eat.
We're going to be at Cloud 9 today at noon. They have cowboy soup on Fridays, so come in, hang out with us.
What is cowboy soup?
It's good, man. I'm telling you, it's good. You got to get it. It's good. And I'm not much of a soup guy. Like, I don't get excited about a soup.
Well, this ain't really soup weather, but I'm willing to get behind it.
But you can. Cloud 9 is where we're going. So meet us there. Community's invited. Meet us today. The Horn family, if you are Richard, Linda, we'd love for y'all to join. They've been joining us. Richard has, and Linda came the week before.
Yeah, I'm actually behind on my Linda hug, so yeah.
Yep, so come on out today. Cloud 9 at noon is where we're – that's a confusing one too, Cloud 9 at noon. That's where we're going today.
We're going to be there for dinner.
Yeah, we'll be there for dinner.
That's when the sun is straight up.
We may stay for supper.
Touchdown!
No, we'll see you at noon. Billy, final.
That better be some good soup if I got to stay for a 6-hour period.
Well, yeah, it'll be all right. Trust me, it'll be good. That'll wrap it up. Long show today, but we had fun. We appreciate all of you, Huntsville. Thanks for being with us today. And, Richard, they know him. They said Susie and Blaine. That's right. So come join us today.
Dr. Blaine?
Dr. Blaine. Unofficial, but officially unofficial.
Yeah, he's official in my house.
Yeah, officially unofficial, official. Dr. Blaine.
My mom was talking about him yesterday. She's like, he said if you don't da-da-da-da-da-da-da. While I was up there cleaning the tree off of the roof.
Yeah, you better listen.
God, you better listen. She'll ninja attack you.
You better listen. There ain't no reason you shouldn't. And then you call every man.
Listen often.
You listen often, and there ain't no reason you shouldn't. God. That'll wrap it up. Fun one today, friends. We hope you have a wonderful, blessed weekend. Hey, if you're in need, we've had numerous folks reach out. By the way, the storm shelter, they are providing temporary housing for folks. If you need a place to stay, and they're also giving meals over there. So if you need a place to stay, a place to eat, maybe your power's out, Walker County Storm Shelter, make sure that you follow Walker County OEM as well to make sure to stay up to date with all the latest updates. We have a barrel assistance page on HelloHuntsvilleTX.com. But if you need help, let us know. Reach out to us. Email us, hello@HelloHuntsvilleTX.com. We've had folks over the last few months email us with all sorts of requests, and some of them we can't help. The ones we can. There was a situation with an elderly person that was in dire situation, just got behind on their electric bill, and we can't do that for everybody. And we don't say, well, we know that person, we're going to help them, but if we can, we can. And we were in a position to be able to get the community together to help this elderly person who is blind be able to get their power turned back on. And so that's what we do. We're part of a family here.
And he's there's a lot of times that Rob will call and say, hey, this is what I've been made aware of, and this is what we're doing. Can you chip in 15, 20, hell, here you go, man.
Yeah, and
if each one of us just takes a little piece of that pie, before long, we got the whole thing covered. And it didn't hurt anybody because it was a little piece.
No, and the thing, and I'm positive and always talk positive on the show, the thing that got me was some of the comments were saying, well, there's resources they can go apply for. Yes, but in that moment, they're not going to get their power turned back on until those applications go through. That person was not aware that those resources existed. We helped them in that situation get their power turned back on.
Exactly.
And then we told them, here's what you need to do in the future.
You can get a life jacket from the Coast Guard, but when you first fall out of the boat, you're needing something right then and there. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Think about that, people.
That's an analogy. Good analogy. That'll wrap it up. Great week here. Despite the storms, we're going to stay positive. We're going to lift you up, Huntsville, and we would love for you to stay engaged with us. We will see you back on it Monday. We'll be back with shows, by the way, all next week. We have guests lined up. We're excited about this upcoming week, so make sure that you join us.
The show on Monday starts at 7:30, right?
Yeah, show is Sunday. And on Wednesday, absolutely, because Kay Boning will let me know. Jack Durish from VFW Post will be joining us.
Oh, cool.
Laura Green's going to be on Tuesday. Lauren Edwards, and actually Lauren's not going to be able to be there on Wednesday, but Lois Stellick is coming from Old Town Theater. Denise Winston is bringing exchange students back on Thursday. And then we will be on the road next week, Billy. On the road. It is our Hometown Spotlight Edition. We will be at the Sam Houston State University bookstore with Garrick Long to complete Rick won't be there, but it'll be 3 of the 4 dumplings.
We'll be there.
So that'll wrap it up, friends, as we end this week, reminding you that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We do need each other. Huntsville, please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. We'll see you today, if you can make it, noon at Cloud 9 for the exclusive Billy Cauthen Restaurant Report. The whole community's invited. Come have lunch with us. And until then, we'll see you. If not then, we will see you on Monday at 7:30. Good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. So long. Have a wonderful weekend, and please stay safe. See you, Billy.
See you.
Please come home. I got beans and lonely. In Huntsville, Texas, beneath the wide open sky, Billy Cauthen was born, not one to pass you by. Raised with Southern values in a town of dirt roads, he grew up strong and sturdy with a heart that glows. Trouble hit the families and days turned to nights. Billy was